The Johnsons had worked for years to finally buy their dream home. A modest but beautiful two-story house with a wide front porch and a small garden where their kids could play. It was more than just property. It was a symbol of everything they had fought for. But from the moment they moved in, the HOA made it clear they weren't welcome. Petty violation notices arrived in the mail almost weekly. Their grass was too long. Their fence was the wrong shade of brown. Their car didn't match neighborhood standards. Neighbors waved politely, but the HOA board circled them like vultures, determined to drive them out. At first, the Johnsons tried to comply. They fixed what they could, paid the small fines, and hoped the harassment would end. But it didn't. One morning, a letter arrived, an official notice from the HOA threatening legal action and demanding they vacate the property for failure to maintain community standards. It wasn't about grass or paint. It was about pushing them out. What the HOA didn't know was that Mrs. Johnson wasn't just a quiet homeowner. She was a decorated Navy officer, currently on leave after years of serving her country. She had faced storms at sea, commanded sailors, and stood watch in hostile waters. And now she was ready to defend her family just as fiercely. The day of the HOA hearing, the board gathered smugly around their polished table, expecting an easy victory. Then the door opened and in walked Mrs. Johnson, dressed in her Navy uniform, medals gleaming, her posture commanding the room. Gasps filled the air as silence fell. She laid the HOA letter on the table and spoke with steady authority. "You say my family doesn't belong here. Let me remind you, my service has helped make sure all families have the right to live in peace, without fear or intimidation. This house is ours, bought with honest work and sacrifice. And no HOA will strip us of it." The board members shifted uncomfortably, their arrogance crumbling. One by one, their confidence dissolved as they realized just how badly they had underestimated her. By the end of the meeting, the threats disappeared. The fines were canceled, and the Johnsons kept their home. The HOA had tried to break them, but instead, they exposed their own cruelty. And when faced with courage, discipline, and honor, their power evaporated. For more inspiring HOA justice stories, make sure you subscribe to HOA Stories today.